All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley. And we're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go! 90 Wolf! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you! Slam! Slam!
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Mike's 57's right. Hey, Alpha. Hey, check.
Throwing on second down, McSorley. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
First down,
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Check three. Ready.
They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go. 8 read. Don't say nothing. Hey, Orbit. Get it.
On second down, it's Hill. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
McSorley sets to pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Set, ready. 15 line. 15 line. You can't block me.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The give to Taylor. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Here's Taylor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Exit.
2nd and 10. It's McSorley. And he comes back with one complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. 3rd down, they're going to throw for it with McSorley. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Go. 50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds to mine. Blue down. Ready?
On 2nd down, Hill. They find some open field here. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. Out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. On 3rd down, it's McSorley. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
6-6, pull it high.
On 4th down, here's McSorley. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. From 6 yards away. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Ready? 8, read.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hey, check. 3 down. Ready? 70, Indy. Ready, go.
2nd and 6. He's going deep for Brown. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
And 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Protein spill. 5.
Back to throw. He may try and run for this. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Smith, blue draw quarter. Big grip.
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now McSorley. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 22 yards there. A 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
Come on,
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Hill. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. First down, and it's Hill again. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, it's McSorley. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll go down at the 28.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check 24. X3. 218. Chop. 5.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
30 base. 57 Mike. What we got? What we got? What we got? Get up.
They'll run it with Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. The point after is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. On first down, it's Taylor. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Box drop. Now.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
36.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. On second down now, it's Taylor. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 23-yard line.
Ready up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Go.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Check 24, check 24, 25, check 25, check 25. 57's the mark. General West. It's a party now. Hey, exit. Pick the edge. Come. Yo, go. I'm coming for you, son. Shoot.
Out of the shotgun, McSorley. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Brings up second down and 15 yards to go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
He's checking. Crash.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Take four.
Second and 3. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Taylor looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
I smell fear in that offense. Check. Now. 58 to Mike. Let's go. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 to the Mike. Hey, high 7. Ready?
Back to throw here. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, they run with Hill. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
57. Mike, 57. I'm coming.
McSorley from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Niners will go on offense.
Here we go.
1st and 10.
90 Wolf.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, he's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll look to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd and 15 now. McSorley, quick hitter here. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. They stick on the ground on 1st down with Hill. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 38, McSorley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. Down.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
At the 40-yard line. A gain of 2.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch out, watch out. Tight end right, tight end right.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their... And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Better ball security, but not much else to show for it.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
31 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? 2nd and 1. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try to run this one in. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing is McSorley, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Complete. Smith has it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 26. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. I'm coming for you.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Tight end right. 3 down. I go 85. Get it.
The busy night continues for Hill. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Lions, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.